Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, are we looking at moving away from these wonderful little cans of spray paint, in spite of the wonderful results they give us, and moving into the wonderful world of the airbrush? And now we look at the whole thing of getting an airbrush and setting up a compressor can be insanely expensive. Well, follow along as we show you how to make a low-cost solution to your compressor dilemmas. As promised, here is the bits and pieces you're going to need to set yourself up. Small 5-gallon portable air tank. Like I said, multi-purpose. You can unplug everything, take it out, and still charge your tires with it. And most importantly, you are going to need a pressure regulator with filter. Last thing you need is this thing spitting some dampness into whatever you're trying to spray paint. That's a fast way to a ruined project. Anyways, let's put this mess together and see what we come up with. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. Here is this little monster out of its box. And as we can see, it does have that wonderful statement included, some assembly required, which is actually going to make our lives a little bit easier. Right over here, this is about all you're going to need to put this together. I have an adjustable wrench and some Teflon tape. And hey, go UCLA! It's the hoses I have are blue and gold. And then we got a regulator. Let's start putting some of this together, shall we? That comes with it, which has the air chuck. And that is just going to get set aside into a spares box somewhere. We're going to start off with the blue hose. You start off with any one you want. As you can see, this one has the Teflon tape already installed. Now this is going to be a little tricky because it is coiled. Set the instructions off and finish reading those later. But yes, please read those and understand your warranty information as well as the instructions on how not to have an accident with an overcharged tank. So, you see where the thing comes in, and it's just as simple as start this just simply thread this in there, and yes, I'm going to make this look considerably easier than it is, because it may take a couple tries. Finger tight. Make sure we can hand thread that in there. We do not want to cross thread or strip anything out. That's going to create nothing but problems and leaks. So once we've got it nice and snug, we're not even going for German torque of gluten tight. We just want snug. If it's leaking, you can snug it up a little bit more. Just keep your wrench handy. And now we move on to, big hairy arm, regulator. And this is just another really simple matter. We're just going to have to identify which is the in, which is the out, which is pretty straightforward. And here we see me outsmarted by a package. Usually that's quickly and easily solved with something large and sharp. Scissors work well. In this case, sheer determination. Again, keep your instructions. I'll just add that to the pile. And we have a gauge. Yay. All right, that's going to become very important later. This is your regulator. So, first thing we want to do is identify, this is clearly marked out. Your pressure information is where your gauge is going to go. So obviously this is the inside. Well, let's start by hooking up the regulator, the gauge. Teflon tape is not that difficult, so we're going to just want to make sure that, so if it screws in this way, we're going to go the other way so that the tape stays. Thread it in there. Just turn it to where it's upright. That's that. Manufacturer of the blue hose was nice enough to include the tape on it. And so this is going to be a little bit easier because we can actually twist the regulator. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, and those of you playing at home, all these fittings are 1/4 inch. So keep that in mind. These are 1/4 inch fittings. Right there, 5-piece brass, 1/4 inch. And what's our word of the day, kids? 1/4 inch. Actually, I guess that would be the size of the day, wouldn't it? All right, yeah, that's what she said. No, I don't think she said anything about that. And never mind, okay. We're about to get a little grievance from our sponsors. So, pull the other plug. More Teflon tape. Which is just like, oh, come here, bad, nope. Yeah, and those of you in the peanut gallery, yes, I'm speaking to you. I don't care if it's an inanimate object. So, and keeps control of the tape. Yay, team. All right. And hey, look at that. Even I am capable of a little not really ready for prime time moment, and I catch it on video. See, I'm just like you guys playing at home. Just a simple matter of, we'll clean this up. Okay. And again, never force your fittings. Everything finger tight. It doesn't turn easily. There's something wrong. You'll be heading down to your local supplier for a lot of this nonsense and replacing stuff if you do. And again, word of the day, snug. And I don't know where that term came from. Snug is a bug in a rug, but hey, that's a good thing to keep in mind. So, now we have this insanity. This is going to be your pressure adjust, and you got your in and out. Alrighty, so here we have the whole thing all set up. We have necked it down. We have an airbrush connected. And if we come down here, we'll see that this is as simple as we come down, make sure we have air. Turn this. We hear the air come up. And we can go ahead and turn it up a little bit. Then we come up and we have a regulator, so we're not going to blow the air apart. We can see right here we're at about 20 psi. So I'm going to jack that up just a little bit. Let's take it up to about 20. That's good pressure for, well, if I'm going to do like some serious overall and I'm moving some pretty good paint, especially if we're moving some acrylic or anything. Acrylic, I could probably even duck it down a little bit. That would be good for moving enamel, something that's a little thicker, a little more viscosity to it. And hey, look at that. I don't have any paint. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we have pretty much what we've completed this with. Only now we've actually mounted the filter and regulator, pardon the finger there, and, well, we've actually got it to where, I mean, as we said, multi-purpose, so I blow things out with this. Let's go and unhook that. Simple as. So now, if I need to, I can just unhook it from the regulator because, well, we got in a little bit of a hurry last time. And it seems to be holding pressure pretty good. And, well, runs the airbrush just fine. And pull out of the darkness here some of the airbrush that we've been able to pull off with it. So, again, simple, handy, and multi-purpose. Just 5-gallon tank, and now I don't have to worry about upsetting the neighbors with a compressor that I couldn't afford to begin with. Anyways, thank you for watching. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and have a great day, and be safe out there.